Hey there, I have a question for you. Has to do with healthy eating. I want to know what's making it so hard for you to make good choices, to make smart choices in order to stick to a plan that you know is going to make you feel great and in turn help you achieve the body shaping goals that you are after. So this is a discovery Facebook chat. Those of you who are joining live, coming on in, go ahead and join into this discussion. If you're watching the replay, I'm going to be checking back over this chat for the next 48 hours and collecting information from you because I want to help you solve this dilemma. Because it's crazy that every single Monday, even for some of you, every single day, we feel like we are starting all over again. And that, you know, that is the definition of insanity. As moms, we need to maintain our sanity. There are too many people depending upon us to keep our SHIT together. So I want to help you get there. Who am I? I'm Holly Joy Rigsby. I am a lifestyle design coach for moms. I've actually been working with moms online since 2007 with the launch of Fit Yummy Mummy, a 15-minute at-home workout plan helping moms get a better body after baby. Great solution for them, and what we found throughout the years is that transforming your body was just one piece of the puzzle. Moms actually need to be also transforming different areas of their life, and that's exactly what I'm teaching today on To-Do's Day, the most productive day of the week for moms. So, those of you who are in the live chat, this is what I want to know. Tell me, what is making it so hard for you to eat healthy? This is a daily, ongoing struggle. Obesity is an epidemic today. We struggle with our weight. We constantly feel like we're starting over. We constantly feel like no matter what we try, nothing works for us. Why? Let's kind of dig down into this and figure out what's happening. I thank Tara for answering the question that I posted on Facebook before I went live today that said that she actually loves to eat healthy food. Hey, she's my kind of girl. But it's hard for me because once I start eating sugar, I'm addicted to the taste. So there's an example. Once you get the taste of something that's unsupportive, it's like you can't get away from it. You keep thinking about it. And it's very interesting what sugar does to our body because it does have an addictive quality, which is why when you are trying to beat sugar, you have to eliminate it. It's not just have it in small doses. We know what happens to our self-control. And it's a matter of setting ourselves up for success by getting rid of it and seeing how much better we can feel without it rushing through our bloodstream and what a difference it makes to our energy levels and our ability to actually see results. Liz said that she struggles with prepping snacks for when she's out of the house. So she answered a couple quick questions that I have written down that kind of ask a little bit deeper into why is it so hard. Is there a certain time of day that you find that you struggle to make good choices? That you struggle to select something that you know is good for you versus something that is very tempting that you know is not so good for you? Knowing that her troubled time is when she's out of the house. And Liz, maybe you can tell me a little bit more about that. So if she's on the go and she doesn't bring snacks with her, what happens? Liz, what's a result of not having snacks on hand? So kind of the time of day, also kind of where are you is a question to kind of think about. Is there a certain environment that you find is very difficult to manage your choices? Are you surrounded by certain types of people? Is it the sights and the sounds that are eliciting some cravings or the desire to have something that you know is not so supportive? Hey there, Chris. And what types of foods? That's another big one. Like Tara had said when she answered the question that I had just posted on Facebook, it's sugary foods. Is there a particular type of sugary food that you find that you crave over and over and over again? And also, I'm curious as to the frequency at which you are struggling. So how often is it popping up that you find that you are having trouble? And Paul admits that it is when he is driving to get the kids. So kind of like what Liz was saying, when she's out of the house, when they are out and about, you are being taxi cab driver, chauffeur, or Uber driver, and you are tempted. So sometimes, maybe some of you can share about what happens if you don't pack a healthy snack, like Paul could share what he does if he hasn't prepared himself. I know that one of my foods that I crave when I am driving Potato chips. Now, potato chips are my all-time ultimate favorite snack food. That's not supportive. But there's something about driving, whether I'm in control and I'm driving or I'm a passenger, that I just love chips. So if I am out and about and I have not brought something that is more supportive for me, I will absolutely find a place to get some chips. I love kettle chips. Actually, Sam's Mystic chips, which I can't find anymore, which is very sad. So it's kind of like having to settle for the next best chip that is out there. So what about you guys? Liz, can you tell me what happens when you don't bring snacks with you? What is the outcome? What are you finding that you're turning to? And kind of also think about when you are able to make good choices, what's different about that environment? What's different about you? What's different about the choices around you? I want to hear from you on that. I love it. I love it. Chris said that she packs olives. That's something we like to do, is the big black olives, and we put them on our fingers and we play I love you. That is fabulous. Those are great, handy, baggy, friendly snacks that you can just pop in there, and they got a nice healthy fat and will tide you over. Paul says, if I don't eat breakfast, Taco Bell is more. It is. Taco Bell is always there and happy to help, right? Yes. Taco Bell was the restaurant of my choice, fast food restaurant of my choice when I was pregnant with Tyler. There were many, many days in a row when I was pregnant with Tyler that I just had to have Taco Bell. Liz said that she says stopping at the coffee shop, which doesn't really have anything healthy. Right, yes. And so we go there with the intentions to just get a coffee that's not sugar laden, right? To give us a little pep, a little pick me up. But all around, we see these sugary snacks saying, please put me in your belly. And that's an example of being in an environment where if you are hungry and if you've not had a great start to the day, your willpower is at an all-time low and you are more likely to indulge. So kind of like what I talked about before with decision fatigue. If we have already fatigued our minds, and that is a video that you can watch that I did last Tuesday? Yes, last Tuesday. Whoa, I had to go way back. Friday, I took you to the park. So thinking about how have you been fatiguing your ability to make decisions. So if you're already in that fatigued state, like I said in the last Tuesday's video, is that there's typically no physical signs to decision fatigue, but your mind just can't handle any more decisions. So you're going to go towards those impulses because they're easy to do. But then the side effect is, ugh, what did I just have? Why did I just sabotage all of my efforts to stay on track, which leads us right back to why we cycle through this, for some of us, every single day. Because we just can't get back on track when we have a slip up. How about you? When you slip up, do you just say screw it and just the rest of the day you just eat whatever you want? Anybody want to be honest? Anyone? And Chris said, I don't like sweets at all. I love cheese, burgers, and salty foods. So she's a savory gal. Yes, Chris, I knew that I liked you for a reason. So I'm right there with you, Chris, and that's why one of my favorite junk foods are potato chips. I love to eat potato chips. Yes, yes, yes. And sweets for me, like Patrick, I will call him out, loves ice cream. The boys love ice cream. I am not so much of a big ice cream eater. I will have a couple bites and that's fine. If anything, maybe I'll crave chocolates that are sea salt and caramel. So yes, the savory types of chocolates. But after a while, I just need just a couple because I'm not so, it's hard for me to overeat sweets because it's just too much. I don't like them. I don't like them so much. Now, give me a bottle of wine and a bag of chips and I'm a happy camper. Those are my indulgences. And yeah, Chris is admitting, so thank you for participating and being honest and admitting that yes, call it a day, it's a wash, restart tomorrow, and it becomes groundhog. That's the groundhog effect. And you guys, the reason why you're stuck is because you're not giving yourself an opportunity to get right back on track when you have this slip up. This is where we are with the Everyday Joy community. We are in the discipline. We just finished up the discipline of mindset, and now we're moving into the discipline of nourish. And you guys that are in there are seeing some overlap. You guys, if you are engaging in mindless activities, which means you're not showing up, you're not choosing to use your attention to the here and now because you are filled with worry or filled with anxiety, you're either living in the past or fearful of the future, you're not present. You're not paying attention. And just that simple shift brings the awareness, and then you have the ability to make a choice to grab that indulgence or make a better choice. And even if the better choice is a 500 calorie bagel versus a 150 calorie bagel, this one's better than this one. And that's what this is all about. Number one, you gotta show up in your life because it's passing you by if you're not. And if you're a mom and you have children, you don't want to look back and have the regret of being caught up in somewhere else, worried about somebody else's business, and not tending to your own. Number one, you got to show up. Number two, you got to pay attention. You must pay attention. And that's why I'm gathering some information here today, because I want to know, where are you not paying attention? Yes, once I have sugary food, then it's so hard not to eat it, but nobody's forcing you to eat it the first time around, and nobody's forcing you to continue to eat it. It's a choice. But if you are not showing up and you're not paying attention, you are engaging in distracted, mindless behavior. And that's what creates the groundhog effect, which causes you to engage in negative self-talk, beating yourselves up, instead of saying, oh, wow, yeah, that was a crappy choice. What's the next best choice I can make to get myself right back on track so I don't have to feel like I'm starting all over again tomorrow, because that sucks. You guys, that's a sucky feeling. Anybody engaged in that type of behavior right now, where every single day you feel like you're starting over, because you are starting over every single day? That's the reality. Anybody want to break that cycle? Live chat goers, tell me about it. Those of you on the replay, tell me about it, because I'm going to be checking back on here and seeing what the heck is the problem so we can fix it. The problem also arises when we are distracted. We are distracted, like I said, with our thoughts, our wandering thoughts. We're already living in the past. We are replaying the past filled with regret, or we are fearful of the future. Worry, worry, worry. When you can't control either one of those, the only thing they have 100% control over is right here and now, and that is the only guarantee of your life that you have, is the right here and now. And if you are practicing awareness and you have listened in to how to beat decision fatigue, and if you get my newsletter, you get my emails, I sent you the show notes. I sent you the direct link to the video. So you're not wasting time on social media. Not only are you wasting time on social media trying to scroll and find something, along the way you are being pulled in so many different directions, because social media is designed to distract you, to make you look at me. Look at me. I have this for you. This is your solution. When if that was the case, why aren't things fixed? Why aren't you on the path to joy and happiness and getting results and being satisfied with the progress that you're making? Forward progress. Because you are not staying focused on taking care of yourself, taking care of your business, taking responsibility. Because bottom line, this is about taking personal responsibility. And no, not everyone is ready to hear that. But that's okay, because when you are ready, you know where to come right back to, because you know the person who's going to set you straight on the path that does get you the results that you want to achieve. Because bottom line, we all want to be happy. And bottom line, you can choose to be happy right now, which is one of the hot topics happening in our Everyday Joy community right now, is the choice to be happy. Is it really that simple? When our mind is not distracted and worried about everything else? Yes. And then when you make that choice, you are more aware, and that allows you to successively make better choices. Success begets success. Success breeds success. That's why those who teach small steps every day are the people you should be listening to. This is not about big sweeping changes. This is not about overnight results. This is about showing up every day and making just a little bit forward progress every day. Because little by little, a little becomes a lot. And you guys need to experience that. How many of you have tried over and over and over again, but only to fail over and over and over again, and all you know is the cycle of failure? Anybody want to admit that? Yeah, I like to keep it honest. You know, there's a lot of social media fluff out there. People trying to sell you this and sell you that. I'm about keeping you grounded and keeping you real. And that real comes from in here. You going, oh. Helen, thank you so much for being honest. Thank you so much. The secret to get out of that, like I said, you got to show up and where's your attention? You got to pay attention and then do. You have to take that next best step. I've got a quote out there. I posted a quote poster for a quotable. How do you start? You start by starting. This is what I know about you. Thank you so much for being honest, Megan. I know that you are very smart. What has happened to your amazing wisdom? It's being depleted because you're constantly distracted. You're chronically busy. You are always overwhelmed with everything you got it to do. Today's to-dos day, I got it to do. Today's the most productive day of the week. Holly said I got to get all this stuff done. And you're not showing up and you're not paying attention on what really matters. Because if you simply open your eyes and realize that it is a choice to give in to these emotions that are going to be short-lived anyway, and I'm going to have the consequences of overindulging in this sugary treat, or make the better choice and be proud of yourself afterwards and know that the pain that is emotional from trying to tell your inner toddler to shut up and go sit in timeout will go away. You got to get used to the pushing through the struggle and stop giving in to your impulses. You are very welcome, Helen. Thank you so much for your feedback. Here's another thing that'll hit you, and then I'll wrap this up because this is Tuesday and I want you to be productive and I want you to walk away with open eyes. If those of you who are watching are moms, and we really, really, really would love our kids to learn how to take personal responsibility and how to temper those temper tantrums, they learn it from you. Why don't you start to model the behavior that you want your children to learn? And if that stings and that hurts, good, because then you won't forget it. I want you to focus on number 1, showing up, number 2, paying attention, and number 3, taking small steps every day. That's the only way to get you out of the hole. I don't care how you got in the hole. Everybody's stuck in this hole and everybody wants to figure out how did I get down in this hole? You're wasting your time. All that matters is how you get out. How do you get out? By taking action and pulling yourself up out of it. That happens with the little steps every day. How did this turn into what makes healthy eating so hard? Can you see with every single video that I teach you, there's a common theme, there's a common thread. It's the small steps that you take every day toward change. Small steps. Should I choose a cookie or an apple? Is it really that simple? Yeah, so stop overcomplicating it. Stop allowing your emotions and your feelings to dictate your choices. Your feelings have no IQ. They're distracting you from tuning into how smart you truly are. And then once you do, you feel empowered. You regain control over your time, over your day, which translates over your life. And wouldn't it be nice if you had more control in your life? It is yours. What are you going to do with it? So please continue this discussion. If you did not have a chance to answer the questions that I asked, I will repeat them again, and I'm going to come back and continue this discussion after I end this video because I've got things to do today too. So I want to know, what is making healthy eating so hard? Are you changing your answer after listening to my little spiel here. Is there a certain time of day? What types of foods do you really struggle with? What about the frequency of which you struggle? Does it happen repeatedly throughout the day? Is there a certain type of environment? Are there certain people that you're around? Certain circumstances? And when you are able to make good choices, choices that you're proud of, what's different about that? Why can't you continue that? What are the barriers that keep popping up that cause you to be pulled off track or pushed? It is a push and pull. Because when you can start to make one small choice, one better choice at a time, these add up. And it allows you to have a taste, just like Tara who said, oh, once I have a taste of sugar. How about a taste of success? Once you have a taste of success, you want to have more. That's the craving that you want to strive to have. So every day, I want you to allow yourself to witness that it is possible for you to make better choices, and it is possible for you to make changes in the right direction. This is Holly Joy Rigsby, your lifestyle design coach. I will be continuing this discussion with you down here. Make sure that you join me every Tuesday and Friday at 10:05, live at 10:05. More videos to come. Have a great day, guys.